So, April Jeanette Mendez wasn't born with a silver spoon in her mouth, folks. Quite the opposite. Her upbringing was, put it mildly, rough. We're talking poverty, homelessness, and living in motels, and even her family's car. Can you imagine the grit and determination it takes to climb out of that and into the bright lights of WWE? That kind of struggle either breaks you or builds an unbreakable spirit, and clearly for April, it forged a superhero. Wrestling wasn't just a dream, it was an escape for her, a beacon of hope in a chaotic world in which we can relate. Now, she started her wrestling journey in the indie scenes, grinding it out, paying her dues, and perfecting her craft. She signed with WWE in 2007, first in their developmental territory Florida Championship Wrestling, or FCW, and then NXT, making her main roster debut in 2011. Then came the big leagues, WWE, and oh boy, did she make an entrance. She wasn't just a pretty face, folks. She was a quirky and unpredictable gal. Remember the headbands, the Chuck Taylors? She was a walking, talking, hot topic ad in her best possible way. Let's talk about the men, shall we? AJ was like the wrestling world's Black Widow, leaving a trail of bewildered superstar in her wake. Here's a rundown of her on-screen romances and rumored flings. Daniel Bryan. This was probably her most iconic storyline romance. She was his girlfriend, then his fiancé, even part of the Yes movement. But in a truly shocking moment, she left him at the altar, choosing to become the general manager of Raw instead. Talk about a power move, huh? CM Punk. After her split from Bryan, she had a tumultuous, unhinged infatuation with CM Punk, often trying to win him over, much to his dismay. It was wonderfully awkward and hilarious. Guess she won him over. Kane. Remember that super creepy yet strangely compelling story where she developed feelings for the Big Red Machine? It was bizarre, uncomfortable, and pure gold for character development. Dolph Ziggler. She later paired up with Dolph Ziggler, becoming his on-screen girlfriend and manager, often interfering in his matches. They had a great dynamic, playing off each other's heels persona. John Cena. Yes, even the franchise player wasn't immune to AJ's charms. They had a brief storyline where they teamed up against Becky Guerrero and Dolph Ziggler. Big E Langston. While managing Dolph Ziggler, Big E was essentially their bodyguard, and there was often a hinted at unspoken attraction or loyalty from Big E towards AJ. In 2015, AJ was forced to retire after experiencing a neck injury that took her out for almost a decade. She had suffered 3 herniated discs in her cervical spine. It is now publicly known whether she underwent spine surgery. April 2015, just days after WrestleMania 31, she decided to retire for good from wrestling. There were rumors that this was due to her husband, CM Punk, abruptly splitting from WWE in early 2014. His ongoing lawsuit with WWE Dr. Chris Amon reportedly put AJ in an uncomfortable place, caught between her family and her employer. AJ was still involved in the glorious wrestling world though, but differently this time. In 2021, she joined the Women of Wrestling, also known as WOW, promotion as an executive producer and a commentator. She announced this as her return to the wrestling business, where she would be involved behind the scenes and on the microphone, but not as an in-ring competitor. On September 5, 2025, during an episode of SmackDown, AJ Lee made a surprise return after seeing how her husband has been treated at the hands of Becky Lynch and Seth freaking Rollins. I was just waiting for AJ to slap the smirk off Becky Lynch, because how dare you put your hands on my man? This led to a big couples tag team match between them at WRESTLEPALOOZA, and boy did she get that slap. Beyond the square circle, AJ Mendez has built a second career as a successful author, using her writing to share her personal journey and creative passion. Her most well-known book is her memoir, Crazy is My Superpower: How I Triumphed by Breaking All the Rules. Published in 2017, this book was a huge success, becoming the New York Times bestseller. In addition to her memoir, AJ has also expanded her writing into the world of comics. She has a strong connection to nerd culture and has co-authored several comic book series with her writing partner and best friend, actress Amy Garcia, which you may have seen on the George Lopez show. Other comic books she has are Glow vs. the Babyface, Dungeons and Dragons at the Spine of the World, and Wonder Woman Black and Gold.